I went to Manila, did the pageantry, and that was my life. And I was shocked. People with different usernames are like, oh, she's ugly. I don't like her teeth.
She's a model, host, and proud Filipino. Let's welcome Miss MJ Lastimosa.
There's 40 girls, 3 to 5 crowns. There's a qualification in each crown. It's not like your top one, you get the biggest crown.
Have you ever been bashed?
Everyone's just so entitled with their opinion.
This is an interesting podcast.
Yes, girl.
Just give me like 3 tips.
But your other leg...
Kwentuhan, kulitan at kalokohan. Kerry ni Casey Montero yan. Samahan siyang kamustahin ang ating honorary Pinoys, global Pinoys, and everyday Pinoys in the most Filipino-coded way possible. Tara at magkwentuhan na sa Kwento with Casey.
Welcome to the show. My name is Casey, and we are here on another episode of Kwento with Casey. Let's get into it. Our guest today is a beauty queen. From Cotabato to Miss Universe stage, she's a queen who has shown the world what a true Pinay beauty and wit looks like. Wow. She's a model, host, and proud Filipino. Let's welcome Miss MJ Lastimosa. Hey, MJ.
Woohoo! I would made bigger actions, but
that's it. No.
Yeah,
You're framed by the mic. Yeah. If you
I'm
move
limited
away,
right now.
If you move away from the mic, we have a taser. It'll shock you. Yeah.
I would have made some beauty queen poses, but
no,
I
don't
cannot.
move.
Yeah, this is it.
Actually,
right?
later on, we will make you make beauty queen poses. You can
and
show
you have
me.
to try to.
Yeah, because we got this one. on.
Syempre, male pageants are getting popular now.
Oh
So,
my
know, you'll never know.
Have you hosted a male pageant?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Who usually
But
hosts?
I will be a part of a male pageant soon.
Can you talk about it?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So
It's Mr. Grand International. Yes.
So is it always like the same? Let's say like Mr. Grand. There's a Miss Grand, right? So
There's Miss Grand. Yes.
when is there going to be like a Mr. Mr. Gano? Ano? What's
Mr. Philippines?
Yeah, Bini Bini is very is Bini Bini. What's Ginoo?
Oh,
Mr.
Ginoong. We don't have
Philippines.
Ginoong Pilipinas yet.
Dapat meron.
Actually, good idea.
Yeah, with no age limit.
A lot of pageants now actually have adjusted age
No hair limit.
limits.
Para sa akin. Kasi after today, you're gonna show me.
But once in your life, you were a full-headed man? Or,
Yeah, when I was born.
Talaga?
Hindi,
Yeah. I've always thought Casey Montero as like the bald guy. Sorry.
So, in the...
when,
Nung panahon
when
ko,
did you started losing your
there was
hair?
there was a time. So when I first arrived in the Philippines was in the year 2000, and so I started working for MTV right away. But I noticed that I was kind of thinning up here.
But you were young then, right?
Yes, but I wasn't bald. Maybe I had hair. Meron
But
akong buhok.
thinning.
I had this whole thing. Ayun. That's me with hair.
Oh, you look, oh my goodness. You look so different. You look like a Colgate model or something.
I was a
Like
Coke
that.
model.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was a Candy Cutie.
Oh, cutie.
And yeah, I had hair, but then like I noticed it wasn't like my brother's hair. My brother, same guy, that douchebag in the photo there, his hair, that guy, he's got too much
Full
hair.
head.
It's like goes down to here. He actually has to shave the top kasi sobrang, parang yung hair ko pumunta sa
kanya.
ulo niya. Yeah.
Kinuha niya lahat.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened.
But your
Or
dad
ampon
is
yan,
bald
ampon yan.
or?
My dad is bald, my lolo is bald, and that's where it came. So that's why I think si Troy ampon.
He got the good genes.
He's not my real brother. That's what I think. Yeah, I think he's adopted. I'll look for someone in my family who has a lot of hair. Like an uncle.
there are surgeries now for, it's popular in Turkey, right?
I've seen.
Would you ever consider
that? This is an interesting podcast, by the way. This is. I love the way this is going. Yes.
No, because surgeries is still connected with pageantry. We do a lot of surgeries in pageantry.
But that's like a unspoken thing, right?
Yeah, but I don't know why. Maybe because way back they used that to shame women.
Right.
But I feel like nowadays, who cares? If you have the money, then go for it.
I think it's part of it's in the system na, diba? It's like it's part of it.
Yeah.
And yes, I have seen the videos of men going to Turkey and they show the videos
And they're
of them,
proud of it
and they're very proud.
because it means you have the money to pay for your surgery. But would you personally, have you had a thought of it?
Have I thought of, I thought about it before, but I think I look funny with hair.
Hair? No,
And-
you look so guapo there
Oh my
in the
gosh,
picture.
you're now you I
Okay.
was set on the I don't need it because I look funny with hair. I tell that to myself, so I
Uh-huh.
don't want to do it. And then you
Uh-huh.
say, no, you look fine with hair.
Yeah. But you know what? It's added expenses. Now you gotta buy shampoo, conditioner,
Yeah.
monthly hair
And
treatment.
what is
You
that?
don't need it, no?
I use soap. I use soap on my head. I go from singit,
One
kilikili,
soap.
derecho sa ulo. That's it.
Oh my
It's
goodness,
like
how
a trip.
lucky.
It goes.
And then
Tapos,
women has like what, 5 kinds of moisturizer?
You even have like a loofah. Luffy. What are
Yeah.
those things? The sponge thingy?
No, it's a different moisturizer for the eyelid, for the face, for the T-zone.
Girl,
It's
I
like,
do that too.
Oh,
Girl, I don't have hair, but I got flawless
I
skin.
love it.
Yes.
But hindi nga, most men that I know, they don't care. It's like one soap for the
Yeah.
whole body and they go.
Yeah, it's like hand lotion. That works too.
Oh my gosh. I wish I could do that. It's so expensive to be a woman.
It is.
I don't like it.
I do have a wife, and I understand when I go into her bathroom and I just look at like the choices of like
There's so many
it's so
things.
complicated to know what to put on your face. Like
Yeah.
there's a serum. What's the difference between a serum and just a lotion? What is the difference?
Serum, I believe you apply it before you put on your moisturizer. It's just an added barrier.
Wrong
like-
answer. Let's no, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. So like it feels like it's an algebra problem when I look at all of the things that you guys have to put on your
And
face.
you know what I learned recently? Because recently I started having a really sensitive skin. So I started reading again. So apparently women's hormones also affects how our skin reacts to certain moisturizers or the things that you put in your
And
face.
food.
So now there are kind of moisturizer that shouldn't have some certain acids that you should not apply on your face when you're about to have your period or like when you're having your period because the dynamic of your hormones changes
Oh my gosh, that's so tough.
within a month.
So like usually when I have my period, I just use the same moisturizer that I use all the time. Like it doesn't affect me at all.
I wish men and women would just have the same period so you know how tough it is.
Well, I heard that cramps
It's crazy.
are incredibly painful. And like there is a way that if there was a way that a man can feel that, it was like, I don't know, like because women generally have a higher threshold of pain. That's why you guys were chosen by God to have children. Because if a man would try to have a baby, they
Then
would
you're
cry.
a seahorse.
I can't do it. I can't
Then
do
you're
it.
a seahorse.
Yeah. The only animal that can, the only male anything that can have a
Yeah.
baby is either a worm or a seahorse,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You like seahorses?
They're
Why do you know
cute.
that?
They're cute.
Why do you know that? That's the
I
most
don't know.
random
I just
fact.
saw it. I just saw it somewhere on a
Th-
video. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. My son talks about, he's like, Dad, you could be a seahorse. Like, I don't know if I
because
like
I'm
that.
blonde.
Yeah, because what? You want me to have a baby? Or because I moisturize like your
Oh.
mom? I have no clue. But anyways, so let's talk about what you have been up to lately. You've been doing a lot of pageants,
Mhm.
right? And so I asked her, Kanina, I was like, what are you doing? What are you up to?
Yeah.
And you just straight up said pageants. That's my thing.
Pageants. You know what? It's so confusing because after I turned over my crown, after my reign was done as Miss Philippines, people were telling me that, oh, now you're entering showbiz. You have to learn how to, step away from the pageantry. Like, so I'm like, everything that I learned when I was doing pageantry, I have to totally forget it.
That
and
worked.
Like just,
That worked, by the way.
like
right?
strip
Yeah.
it off and be a totally new person because they said you can't be a beauty queen while acting because when you're acting you're not yourself, right?
Unless
you try
you're-
to put
Yeah,
yourself
unless you're acting
in,
as a beauty queen.
yes.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for me finding myself, where to put where to position myself in the industry. And then for a couple of years, it was really trying to navigate the new industry that I was in. And then pandemic happened and, everyone's on their phones. And I'm like, I don't have to try to be someone else. If this is me, then I just embraced it. And now I found myself back in pageantry. I've been hosting a lot of pageants because, 7,000 something islands in the Philippines would always have
Yeah.
a pageant
Not only
somewhere.
that,
and
each
we're-
barangay in those
Yes.
cities.
Yes, there's a barangay pageants, city pageants, there's regional pageants, and so on, right? So there's always something happening.
So I
Yeah.
hosted Bini Bini Pilipinas once.
When
one
was
time.
this?
I was very new to the Philippines. So like maybe 2000 and I don't know, before
Early
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was with GMA at the time.
Oh yes, because when I joined Binibining Pilipinas, that was the first year with ABS-CBN. Because I remembered being young and when it's Binibining Pilipinas pageant night,
Yeah.
the family would gather in the province and then we would watch that. And it's such a dreamy night
Yeah,
for
the-
young Filipinas.
The event and the excitement is
Yes.
always going to be there.
And
but
it being happening in Araneta Coliseum
Yeah.
when it was the only Coliseum in
so that's where I
Manila.
did. I hosted one in Araneta, and I hosted with a very young Ding Dong Dantes and Rally and Alonso. So there was three of us, three hosts.
Oh, he hosted Binibining Pilipinas.
See,
Ding Dong Dantes.
yeah. So we were like, I had not been hosting. I was just very new, right? So
Uh-huh.
my hosting at that time was MTV. So it's a
Uh-huh.
different thing. And I actually, it might have been my first beauty pageant, and it was a big one already, right?
Yeah.
Bini Bini Pilipinas. I couldn't even say the
It was
name
pretty
because I
big.
was fresh. I was fresh
Bining,
off
bining.
the boat. Yeah, I was like, can you say it? I was like, ikaw na lang. But I was like, no, you say it. And so I remember it was the three of us. But during this time, SOP was going on. It was very ASAP. It was very noontime show
Yeah.
because the production was like that. So we were dancing, we were singing. We had these, trench coats on.
For the opening of the event.
Yeah. So the three of us, Rallian is a dancer. Ding Dong was a dancer at that time also, getting into showbiz. And then there's me, just this amboy with hair. I had hair, by the way. I had hair. And so I went out, and this was also the very first time that I experienced being booed.
Booed?
Being booed by the pageant audience. It was my
What?
first time to feel the pageant audience is different than a regular audience.
I can never imagine because it's always like, the vibe, the celebration. It's like
But here's
party.
why. So I went out, and you have to introduce the judges. Hanggang ngayon, the hardest part for me is names and judges. It's always scary for me. Yeah, I don't want to misplace anyone's names, or usually judges in pageants, lalo yung
Oh my
mga
gosh, and
provincial ones.
And there's me reading Alice Dixon as Alice Dixon.
okay.
And somebody in the audience was like, Dixon! I'm like, okay, sorry.
Here's enter Casey.
Yeah.
So all of the judges are out there, and I said, all right, how do you say this name? They say, they're on the headset. They're like, just read it how it's on the paper. I'm like, okay. So I go out there, and I'm like, the judge number 15, so mag say. Mag say.
Oh my goodness.
And
Mag say.
boo!
Right.
And so they were booing me, and I walked over to the person who I said, I read it exactly how it sounds. And that was the last time I hosted Bini Bini Pilipinas. Yeah, that's it.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense because, in the US, you wouldn't read it
Mag
as say.
say.
You don't have ah,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And so, that was the last time I hosted Bini Bini Pilipinas. Yeah.
I was just with Ding Dong Dantes and I told him, you should host more beauty pageants because, he's tall and he's like...
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure, especially if you would know this also when you host pageants, the televised pageants also.
Yeah, and they're live.
But yeah, it was really cool experience, and that got me into pageant hosting. But yeah, I know like Rocco, he hosted one also, and like, the comments can be a little bit wild and a little bit hurtful sometimes.
Yes.
If you're not used to it.
Yes.
If you're not used to
Especially now with social media, it's crazy.
it. Oh my gosh. And live
Everyone's
feeds.
just so entitled with their opinion,
Yeah. Have you ever been bashed
Oh my
while
God.
hosting?
Many times that I can remember.
Like, parang, Did
But
it ever
yeah,
hurt your feelings?
it's always gonna be there,
Yeah.
that like what can I do? I can't delete them.
Yeah.
So
Do you remember like maybe like the first time it happened, or any time that parang nasaktan ka?
maybe my first exposure in Binibining Pilipinas was Of course, I came from Davao. I was a provinciana, so I didn't really know what I'm getting myself into. I thought it was just another pageant like I used to do in Davao. And then I went on Binibining Pilipinas. I wasn't really used on wearing swimsuit because in the province, even if we go to the beach, we're wearing shirts, you
Yeah.
know. So it was such a change in what I'm used to. And then in 2014, my first pageant was in 2011, the first time I tried Binibining Pilipinas. And people were not so big on social media, but we have websites where they talk about Binibining Pilipinas, So I went on that website and I was shocked because like people with different usernames are like, "Oh, she's ugly. I don't like her teeth." Like that was my first exposure on people just saying mean things to you.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, first impression from a bad angle picture probably. But yeah, I think I just got used to it. It's like I remembered being hurt and really looking in the mirror and trying to see what they see.
Yeah.
Like, am I really, like, is there really anything bad or what? That's why I always tell people that beauty queens are very tough because you're humbled by the journey. You're really gonna get humbled by day-to-day comparison, not only to the girl standing next to you, but to the judgment of the people every time they see
I mean,
you.
that definitely must be hard. As soon as you're like, you're just like a peaceful girl from the province. And then all of a sudden you're reading all these things and you're like,
It's like, I just want to win a crown.
ouch. Yeah. I didn't
Now
know.
I'm being judged by
I didn't
everyone.
know about all this stuff.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. And especially if you don't have your family here and you don't have your friends, your support system around you. It's kind of hard to navigate around what to do and what not to do within that noises that you hear every day. Because you go on your Twitter, on your Instagram, you see so many, not just mean things that they're saying, or like people are giving so much opinions like, oh, you should change your hair, like this doesn't look good on you, or like that color doesn't suit you should try this. It's
Right.
always like there's
Yeah.
so many opinions. So at the end of the day, you try to pick whatever might work
Mhm.
because there might be some truth in what other people are saying, so you're trying to filter out the opinions, or like
You got to take the good and the bad.
yeah.
Usually when I host pageants, I also get some of that type of feedback as well. But like some of it's a bit true, and some of
Yeah.
it, like I'll look at some of the comments and I'm like, oh, that was a good one.
Right?
That was very mean, but it was
Yeah.
like it was pretty good. I
My
sometimes I have
point
to
siya, ganon.
salute the creativity
Yeah.
with them. But me, I'm kind of lucky because I was able to kind of go back and forth between show business and maybe more regional stuff with MTV and National Geographic, stuff like that. And I'm not so showbiz. I wasn't attacked so much
Yeah.
by like let's say even like a girl who's competing, or some of the local like say Alden or a CN Lim, who they're
Oh, yeah.
his first one, they were going after him. He has a hosting style,
Uh-huh.
and it's very presenter like. And so when he first hosted Miss Universe, right, or Binibining,
Binibining,
yeah,
yes.
Alden does Miss Universe,
Alden as well did the Miss Universe Philippines.
right? And so when CN did the first Binibining, everyone was going at him, but like all you have to do is you kind of watch it and then you go, okay, well, they're just not used to me.
Yeah.
But now when he does it, I'm like, good job.
Right.
So what are your biggest mistakes other than Alice Dizon?
There are so many mistakes, but I felt like since I created this funny personality during the pandemic, they give more space for me to make mistakes and just make a meme out of it. And because I embrace it. If I make a mistake, then who cares? Everybody make mistakes as long as,
I think that's the best way to always address things like that. If you make a mistake, the more that you try to defend it, the more that they will fight you. So like the best thing is to accept it and run with it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know any of the big mistakes that you have made. Let's say Alice
Dizon.
Dizon. She lives in my building, by the way.
She's so pretty.
She lives in my building. Alice Dizon, by the way.
Dixon.
No, Dizon does. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, Alice
I'm
Dixon.
so confused now.
She lives in our building. So like, it would be cool. Like if you said that at that time, then you have a video with her and
Right.
like really embrace it. Because then you take out the firepower of anyone who's hating.
Yeah. And it's not like you're trying to, you would always try to correct yourself and try to be better each time. There's no rules here. Like we try to be the best that we can be every time we step out, we work and we try to deliver as much as, to entertain them. But sometimes just
It's
crazy
hard.
things
It's also hard.
happen.
It's also hard. And like in the pageant world, like there's a lot of things that happen during a live show.
Yeah.
The contestants aren't ready.
Yeah.
You have to stretch.
Yes.
So this is for any host. When you see this,
Oh no.
you sweat and you
Yeah.
palpitate just a little bit. This means stretch. Okay. That means just keep on talking about anything and
Yes.
everything. And then they don't usually tell you exactly why you're stretching.
Yeah. It's just
Stretch.
do
stretch.
that. Yeah.
Um,
So it's like you're talking about your life, about the people, about
Yeah.
whatever until
I broke
they
into
say
full songs. Full songs in like the province. I'm like, okay, Casey, stretch. I'm like, oh no. In a pageant, when you say stretch, it could go a long time.
because they're probably arguing on
Tabulating.
the winners or like
Yeah. So the tabulations came out. We want this person this person won. No, we don't.
No.
we don't like that one. We want the other one. Okay.
It can happen sometimes,
Yeah.
That's why in Binibining Filipinas, there's a deliberation that could run for an hour.
So
if you can
how
remember
does
that.
how
It
does
takes so long.
How does it work? So that when I have to stretch, I don't lose my mind.
So when I did Binibining Filipinas, they until now I think they have 2 crowns, but they used to have more crowns. And there's 40 girls, there's around 3 to 5 crowns, and there's a qualification in each crown, and there's different age limits,
Okay.
and there's probably requirement for the residency, because some women came from the other country. They
Yeah.
just they're Filipina, but they came from
Oh.
California. They
I've
went
been
to the
here for
Philippines
30
to join.
days.
Yeah. So then other pageants are like, no, you have to be living in the Philippines for at least 6 months or like a year. So the lawyers should check on that as well. So for example, we have the top 5, and then the organization would present that these are the requirements for each crown, and they have to fit in the girls. So it's not like your top 1, you get the biggest crown. So they
Oh.
still have to
To
match. Yeah. And then there's voting. What if there's 2 girls qualified in that crown, and then the judges would vote on which girl they wanted to be in that crown? There's so many things happening actually. It's like, who's the favorite of the judges, who they think would fit this crown. It's really,
There's a lot of controversy in politics and pageantry.
yeah.
It's not just a basic, this person scored more points
Yes.
than everyone, because in pageants and in any, I guess, competition, there are certain people who you think can represent better, right? It doesn't, and a lot of people are like, no, we voted this person to win, that person should win. But what is your thought on that? Let's say someone won through voting, but you know that person probably won't do well that year because maybe that person's not, when you're competing in a world pageant, you would kind of know who fits compared to the
Yeah.
other girls that are also going, right?
That's a problem when, I don't know, it's really crucial when it comes to pageantry. If you would have, say, half of the judges have at least some exposure in pageants or works in the beauty industry, at least, it's a balance of judgment. Really.
They should have a weighted scale for judges. Let's say if you're just an
Yeah.
artista and you're okay, hot. Okay, so
Right, right.
my
It's-
scaling is not from 1 to 10. It's thumbs up and thumbs down. Like, so that your weight is not a lot.
It's not like, will she, really
Represent-
glow when she represent the Philippines
is she
and international? You don't think
The
that far.
embodiment of a
right?
real woman, and then like maybe some judges who obviously have backgrounds in pageants, like
Yeah.
they're worth more.
Yeah. then they would think of, is she a good representation of the Philippines when it comes to international pageant? That's how we think. Because I already did international pageant. And I think that's why the opinion of the organization also matters.
So you're okay with that?
I am okay with
Yeah.
that. Because at the end of the day, they will be the one who's going to be working with a girl for the rest of the year. And of course, they kind of know
What
the
works.
what are the qualities that they're looking for. And for me, maybe some percentage on their part is just,
I think I'm also in favor of the organization kind of championing their girl
yeah.
versus just the person that wins. Because sometimes, again, the person who wins could be the most popular,
Yes.
but not necessarily the best bet to win.
Yeah.
And I think, but then obviously there's controversy because people are like, she's popular. We voted her here. She should have won.
Yeah.
But like, it's a gray area, right? Because it's like, okay, yes, you're right about that, but do you want the Philippines to do better in the international pageant?
yeah.
So then we have to go this way.
Right.
Whew. There's a lot of drama, and like,
But recently, I think they're putting more importance on the popularity on social media as well. So now they're kind of leaning on somebody who can represent, but at the same time has that charisma to social media.
yeah, and
Because how are you gonna sell your organization without a representation that doesn't connect to
True.
the masses?
and I think also even in international pageants now that social media presence is also part of the voting.
It is. Thank God not on my year because I'm able to still turn off all my social media, be away from it. But after my year, it was Pia's year. They included voting as part of your score. But luckily
For
in
Miss
her
Universe.
year, in Miss Universe, luckily in her year, Aldab was a big craze. And she called on the Aldab fans to help me
Nice.
vote me online. That was a really good year for us. And luckily we were number one on online voting that year. It really helped her massively
The
too.
Aldab hack.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It was a crazy heyday for online presence for us.
What? So in your year, 2014, 2015,
2014, yeah.
who would have you called on for your social media? If you
I
could
actually don't know. I don't think I have a really good talent when it comes on content creation.
But who would be your
and
Aldab?
Who would be my Aldab? Probably just
Aldab.
Kath Neal fans.
Oh,
You know, the
yeah.
Love Team fans, the JDN. There are a lot of Love Team fans that time.
Alice Dixon, maybe? So, okay. So right now we're going to play a little tiny game. I think it's called Mainit-init Paang Tsaa.
Ooh.
Mainit, hot takes. Akala ko,
What's the tea?
Mainit-init pa ang paa. Okay, so we are going to disagree or agree on statements that are flashed on the screen. But the twist is we have to explain this as a beauty queen would. Oh, this is Q&A. This is welcome to the Q&A.
You're used to this. Come on.
I'm used to the Q. I'm never used to the
No,
A.
they.
And let me tell you guys, and this is where most fans go crazy, right? The question and
Yes.
answer.
They always wait for
and
this
it's
part.
so darn difficult for a contestant. It's so like your nerves are going. And then I know what happens because I'm standing there and I can see it in their eyes and I can see it when they start talking. They have the best intentions in their mind.
Yeah.
But as soon as they open their mouth and they start talking, their sentences take them in a way that they are trying to find their way back now,
Right.
right? How were you in your Q&A?
You know, when I started training for Q&A, I asked myself, how crazy is this? Because they're making me study all the relevant issues, everything about myself, or like just writing random things about myself to get to know myself better. Because Q&A is just random things, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll never know what it is. And I'm like, how crazy it is to be standing here not knowing what I'm going to be asked.
Yeah.
At least if this is Miss Earth, I know that it's going to be
Something about the earth.
Earth.
Yeah.
about saving Mother Earth.
Yeah.
You know, it's always about what's happening in Mother Nature. But Miss Universe is like
Universe,
It's-
anything in the universe.
anything.
Yeah.
So that's why, as you can imagine, a girl can be really nervous,
Paranoid, anxious. Yeah.
because you'll never know. And then somebody would ask you what makes you smile, but you're already thinking of national issues.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
over prepared, and you were asked the most basic question, and you're stunned. Like what? And then now you can't think.
Right. And then I don't know if it's a strategy or how you get trained for your Q&A, but like in my mind, and I could be totally wrong, like you have certain things that you want to kind of talk about.
Yeah.
And when they ask you a question, you find a way to get to what you want to talk about. Let's say if it's poverty,
Right.
and they say, what makes you smile? And then you're like, well, whenever I see a child smile. And one of the ways that that children smile is maybe we can open up ways to feed the youth of the
Oh, look
right?
at you. Look at you answering like a real queen.
Thank you for that question.
You're so used to it. You're so used to this.
Well,
like this is your,
Again, the cue is part of it.
Yeah.
The answers are very hard because
you're
like,
probably
again,
answering at the back of your head whenever you ask
I'm
questions.
trying to help.
Too.
And I know I'm not supposed to, but many times have I looked at a girl and kind of nudged her with certain words.
Ann Curtis helped me during my Q&A because it was Miss Venezuela who asked me a question and I cannot understand a certain word that she said. I'm trying to remember the word.
And what happens is if you say, can you repeat it? People go, oh,
I know.
Right? It's not fair.
I know. I'm like, good thing Ann Curtis was so quick on seeing it in my face that I did not understand what she was trying to say.
Oh.
And I'm like, and she whispered a word and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think she was saying advantage. What's the advantage of being a woman? Something like that. And I heard avalanche.
So I'm going to...
And then Anne was like, advantage. I'm like, oh.
Let's change this now. So I'm going to ask you a question.
But what's the T?
You have to answer this. Okay. What is the avalanche of being a woman?
Right? I'm like, what avalanche?
How would you answer that? Let's say that was the question.
I would have not be able to answer.
That is the question.
Not understanding
It's 2025 right now. Okay, so no, but today you're competing for the Miss Guadalupe Bridge crown. Okay,
if you don't understand the question, use all the time in the world to ask for the judges to repeat it, because or else you might lose your chance on winning.
But that
so
is the
if
question.
I did not understand that, I would have asked them to repeat it again, because I really don't know how to answer that. What's the avalanche of a woman?
But that's the question right now. But it's so difficult. It takes a lot of courage to do it. And I feel so, I wouldn't say bad, but I feel a lot for the girls. I always want to help them.
I feel like there's more pressure here in the Philippines because, of course, I've been to other pageants in other countries as well. And they are not as...
brutal?
Yeah, when it comes to English speaking, with your grammar, with how you pronounce the word, how you enunciate. I think we are so judgy.
You answer, and I always say this, and I don't know if it goes against the organization, but I always say you answer in any language you feel comfortable.
They try to do that now, but for the longest time, we expect every Filipino to answer in correct, perfect English.
Also, which as soon as you start making a mistake, which happens often, then you hear the crowd.
Yeah.
And the crowd isn't applauding you saying you can do it. And that's got to be hard if you're from the province.
Yes.
And even if Tagalog is not something you speak, and I don't know, I feel that for me, if ever, I am the chairman of the Guadalupe Bridge pageant, so you can speak whatever you want. If you want to speak Becky, you can speak Becky.
Right? We should start embracing our own language, maybe sometimes like just offer it in both dialects, so they're...
I always say it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is. Let's go ahead and get back to our game. This is our Q&A with MJ. Pageants should focus more on advocacy work over other forms of competition.
I believe yes. And for a decade now, I would say beauty pageant has been really focusing on empowering women and really pushing women on, empowering them on what they really wanted to work on, they believe in, and their advocacies in life. And that's what I've been seeing.
That's a 7. That's a 7 from me. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my turn? Thank you for that question. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. Okay, I'll do the next one. Travel influencers are more influential than our tourism department when it comes to promoting our country.
I agree on that. Because we are in a, short span attention era where
Well, I think that I will also agree with this statement because that most people are actually finding what they want through social media.
yes.
And the Department of Tourism's distribution channels are not through social media, typical, maybe just a little bit of Facebook ads like that. But the voices of influencers are so much louder across the world that people actually listen to that, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Facebook, whether it's any type of social media platform. I feel that these are the people that the youth are looking up to today. Thank you.
Can,
Was that 7?
can I say 8?
8?
Can I add one more
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
I feel like not just the influencers. When I'm on social media, I look on the real people. Like not somebody who's trying to influence people just to come there. I look for real experiences, real people, and it's so easy access now
Yeah.
because you just
Location.
yeah,
You search the location,
algorithm.
yep.
You search on a word and you see all these people going to places that you wanted to go, and
Yeah, because like an influencer, for sure, they're going to try to make it look really nice.
yeah,
Because that's their job.
yeah,
But as soon as you can see, let's say you check their tagged photos or you check the location where they're at, so you can get like a real look at that beach or you can get a real
Yes.
look at that house.
yes. Even looking for hotels or like things to do, I always go on the reviews,
Yeah, just did it recently.
not
Yeah.
on what the influencers told you to do. So
I was looking at Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
The nice, beautiful, great photos, all
Right.
white. I was like, wow, that is amazing.
But
and then you
check
go
the
down to the
review.
comments and you're like, that's a different place.
yeah,
Iba yun.
yes.
What is the biggest contribution of Filipinos to the world? So why did we put that one in there? Oh, you have this was your question from
no,
Miss.
that was the question in Miss Universe when I joined, but I
Okay.
didn't made it to top 5, so I wasn't able to answer that question.
Are you ready for it now?
I would have said the Filipinos, because we work all over the world,
Yeah.
and wherever I go, people in different profession working in different industries across the world, they only have good things to say about the Filipinos,
Yeah.
and that makes me proud.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Yeah.
you win. You win. There you go. I would agree also. I believe that that there is that someone's lolo or someone's grandpa or grandma is out there being cared by a Filipino somewhere.
Yes.
There is 0 hospitals in the world without Filipinos.
Right.
I think, yeah, you're right. The OFW is our biggest import of money. It's also our biggest export of talent. And that talent is global and it's helping people from all over the world. Oh my gosh, we're competing.
I worked for a year and then I pursued beauty pageant. And I'm like, I like this.
Yeah, because it's one night and you get pretty good.
I went to Manila, did the pageantry, and that was my life after that. Yeah.
So how many pageants do you host a month?
Maybe 3 the most. I would do
Dang.
corporate events
Also.
as well. Yeah.
But the pageants, I tell you, they're not incredibly hard.
yeah.
Because you know what happens.
Yes.
You know exactly
Yes.
how it happens. And I think for the most part, I think me and myself and you, we've been in the scene for so long hosting pageants that we could probably help production.
I know. Like and
this,
they listen to you.
yeah,
now.
yeah. Let's not do this, right?
Yeah.
When I see this, I tell them right away. I say, if I see this, guys, I will stop. Nobody,
Make a commercial or something.
like, I will do this as long as it's comfortable and as
Yeah.
long as it's not making everyone else like
Uncomfortable
cry.
just looking at you there.
So I'll do this is when I run out of funny, then I'll say, we'll be right back, guys. And you play the sponsor loop,
Right.
play
That's-
music.
Right.
Just do that. And they're like, no, we need you to talk. I'm like, watch me do this. They're like this. I'm like, we'll be
That's a
right
good
back.
idea.
We'll be right back. And they're
I'm
going,
gonna do that next time.
yep. No, like it should be like that.
Our sponsors.
Seriously, like if you're going to, sometimes they make you stretch for, I've had to stretch for over 45 minutes.
No way.
45. Like I am out of, I've sang the same
That's a
song
whole
3
half
or
the
4 times.
show.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, you're waiting to deliberate? Like are you bringing it from Manila? I don't.
Wow.
Yeah, 45 minutes. The pageant ended at like 5 a.m. I'm sure you've hosted pageants.
No, pageants are better now. Organizers are better now.
Yeah, not
They
back in the
run
day.
like 2-3 hours and we're done before midnight.
Yeah, so back in the day, there's no computers. They're like, tally the scores.
Oh.
Abacus.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I did not experience that. Luckily.
Is there any pageant that you want to host?
Pageants that I wanted to host. I hosted Binibining Pilipinas for 3 consecutive years now. So I'm really, really happy with that because, I was once a girl who just wanted to win the crown, and now I'm still part of that organization that I love.
The lore, right?
Yes.
If you're hosting Binibining, are you not supposed to host Miss Universe?
I don't think they are direct competitors.
But
they're two only because the Miss Universe franchise was once belongs to Binibining Pilipinas. Right. But ideally they're not really direct competitions. Competition in a way that maybe sponsors, like you want to get as much sponsors.
But I guess
my heart will always be with Binibining Pilipinas.
I think it makes sense also because they want to establish their own branding.
Yes.
Right. And so like if you're going to do both of them, it kind of makes it a bit.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we have one more segment that we're going to try to do here. Whoa. Oh, okay. All right. So as a host, I've hosted probably 1,000 pageants, right? And I've hosted the big ones. I've hosted small ones. I hosted in this country, other countries. But as a host, I don't know what it's like to be a beauty queen.
Never
have I ever been a beauty queen. No. But you said more male pageants are coming around. So, maybe it's going to be my time. So I need to learn.
But you're also a model, right?
You
walked the runway.
Or twice. I did. Back long time ago.
No training prior to?
No, I walk like a duck. So like I would have to have training. Like I walk like I would have some who are the trainers again?
We have camps, Aces and Queens.
Any of those camps.
KF camps.
They would see my walk and they'd be like, "Girl, no." Yeah, they would
no,
out. You could just walk out the building. Because sometimes I walk like with both hands. Ooh, just weird. Okay, so I'm gonna join a male pageant. So
I feel like it's so different because we try our best to like sway the
fine.
hips.
I will join a not male pageant. You're
gonna be a drag queen for a night.
I have been.
Oh, really?
I'm so hot, by the way.
Picture, please.
You want to find? Yeah, you pull up Cassandra Montero.
Cassandra, I love it.
Trust.
You probably were so pretty.
Check me out.
Wow.
Look at Iya Villania right there.
You do look like Iya Villania.
Oh,
wow.
All right. So she is joining a
Ganda
beauty.
siya.
This one right here, Cassandra, is going to join a pageant. Can you teach her some tips?
Okay, Cassandra, Miss International Queen.
Yes.
2026.
Let's do it. What are you going to show me? Okay.
Yes, girl.
Just give me like 5 or 3 tips.
Stand your tallest all the time. That's why my back hurt now because I've been doing this since forever. Like they would always pull your hair, but I have nothing to pull. So I'd be like, because our mamas would be like,
pull your hair.
Yeah. So you'd be standing really, really straight, right? Or like they would put, why they would put books on your head? Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think that's too heavy.
No, that's what I got. Ready? Hey.
Maybe like a smaller one.
I have a pointy head though. Look at it. I have an egg head. Look
no,
at
you don't.
it.
I think pointy here, but not in the back.
Okay, let's do this. This is gonna hurt somebody. Okay, let's do this little guy.
This is a small one.
Feel it?
There. So that will maintain your balance, right? Mm-hmm. You have to keep that when you're walking.
All right.
But you should be able to walk straight without having the book fall and swaying your hips.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
So every
sway
time,
like this.
yeah. Right foot forward, but like your right hip should really go the farthest there.
Oh.
And then
this hurts. You gotta stretch a little bit, maybe. Okay, wait. Ready?
Left foot forward
Uh,
with like.
uh,
Why does it look so weird? And
Oh,
with your hands as
sorry.
well.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Right? And your hips. Why does your hips look so weird?
Oh, wait. Sorry, wrong hands.
Your hips should really go far.
Farther.
Yeah.
That's far.
Cassandra, let's go.
I think it popped out.
But your other leg.
That's it.
Something's going on here. Do you walk like that? Si Cassandra ba may chance? Cassandra.
Okay, what else?
Cassandra.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
What else? No.
I think
I nailed that, so let's move on to the next round.
the pose is
Okay,
very
yeah.
important.
T-pose?
Yeah. So as soon as you reach the center, right in front,
Okay,
back facing 45 degree,
gotcha.
and then your hands and your waist.
Gotcha. Okay, ready?
With confidence and the biggest smile.
Beautiful Vaseline on your teeth. I heard you do that. So that
Yes. Yes! Woohoo, Cassandra! From the Philippines. It's hard, right?
So wait, there's a lava walk. There's a what's the other one?
Tilapia. What else? There's they call my walk like I
What's
can't
yours?
remember. I think they call mine like camel walk because I'm half Arab.
Okay. What's the camel walk?
That's my walk, like
Oh, that's
really
it?
more on the hips.
Oh, so I am from the school of MJ. This is called the Calbo walk. Hi. How do you do that part?
My name.
Oh.
Just your name. Cassandra Montero. 25, Philippines.
My name is Cassandra Montero. I'm from Taguig, Philippines. Philippines.
Twice?
Yeah,
Okay.
just so they know. Man, that's easy. No.
You know, we also do lunges in swimsuit and in high heels. We practice in one basketball court. We would walk that court 20 rounds.
Man, that
Every
that
night.
sounds like boot camp.
Now I have a back problem.
But now you don't have to do it, right?
I
So
don't have
that-
to do it anymore.
But
yeah.
as a former as a former contestant, as a winner, so I believe that the girls when you're hosting that they look up to you and you can feel it also. So is there any tips that you give the young the girls that are looking to join pageants?
I always
Just that, right? You just gave me.
I always tell them to really put their heart in it. And you know, your mamas, our pageant mothers are there to guide us, to help us as much as they can. But at the end of the day, you go home, you do your homework, you try to help yourself, you study, you learn, because you can tell the girls who are winnable. They really put their heart in it. And once you're done, once it's the pageant night, enjoy and let it go, because there's other girls can only train so much, but you cannot predict at the end of the
Yeah.
day what's gonna happen, right? So you let go and you let God and just
Just be you.
embrace the whole journey, the experience,
And if you don't happen to win, learn from your experience.
and maybe try again. I
Yeah.
did thrice and I
That
won on the third try. Yeah,
Well, congratulations back in the day.
thank you.
And congratulations on crushing it as a host also.
Thank you.
Is there any last words that you want to say? Like promote anything, like follow you as the coach of Calbo?
Well, Mr. Grand International is happening at the end of the year, and all of the announcements will be on our Instagram. Follow Mr. Grand International on Instagram and MG_Lastimosa on Instagram, X, and Facebook.
I would also like to say that I am officially declaring my candidacy for Mr. Grand International happening at the end of the year.
Representing what country?
Representing Guadalupe Bridge. Representing Guadalupe Bridge. Yeah, I do have two. So I can be from whichever one I want.
Yeah.
Like America, or I could be from Philippines, or just take my wife's country also, New Zealand.
Oh, three countries.
Yep, I'm all of them.
Is that possible? To have
We're
three
about to find out.
nationalities?
We're about to find. It's Grand International, so I'm the grandest.
Okay.
Because I got three.
Having
okay?
three nationalities. Okay.
Beat that, guys.
Go, girl.
Yes, I got that. So I'll see you guys all in December. You can see that I'm already a winner from what I learned from Coach MJ. So guys,
Konti na lang.
just a little bit. Like, I mean, I'll leave it for the other guys so there's competition. But if you guys are watching this and you're part of Grand International, don't show up.
Show
There's no
up.
need.
No,
It's
we
my-
need those.
It's my crown.
We need to have a show at
It's
least.
my crown. No, it's just me. I'm enough. That's all you need. I will do all. I'll do all the walks. All
Okay.
of it. Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations. Whenever
Thank
that
you.
comes
Thank you
out,
for
I'll see
having
you there.
me today.
Thank you for joining us on the show. It was really fun. You know, I've known you for many years, but I've never actually.
I know.
Sat down and chatted
I
with you.
always see you on TV commercials and whatnot. And
Yeah.
great to meet you finally.
Yeah, I'm glad that the first 5 minutes you talked about how getting a hair transplant.
But because it's so natural for us to talk about surgeries in the pageant world. So sorry about that.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm joining a pageant.
Yes.
Yep.
So now you're
I'm gonna
now
have
you
a
know.
full head of hair, a giant full
now you know.
blonde.
Where are we gonna put the crown if you don't have the hair?
Exactly. It's just it can't stick in my head. Like that's not. It might
Right.
bleed, right?
Where are we gonna hairpin it?
Exactly. Okay, so that's why I'm going to get hair.
Yes.
For the crown.
For the crown.
I'll see you guys on the runway with my crown on. Thanks for joining again, MJ. And you guys have watched Kwento with Casey. Please like, subscribe, share, do all the great stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.
Sa uulitin ang kwentuhan, kulitan at kalokohan. Kaya mag-follow at subscribe na sa YouTube, Spotify at iba pa naming socials para hindi mahuli sa susunod na Kwentuhan with Casey.